I'm very honored to survive you here. And I am the moderator. My name is Ma Xiaochun. I'm from the China. I'm the department education student. And welcome to everyone. And next, welcome to our interview guest, Shafiu Rai. Brother
Uh, as-
Shafiu,
Assalamu alaikum
can
wa
you hear me?
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to beloved moderator of this program and also to beloved
Walaikum salam.
participants. Hope you guys are doing fine.
Okay, so
Mm,
we will start our interview now. So, Brother Safi, may I have your full name?
okay, my name is Shafiullah Wasir. Uh, you can call me
Okay,
Shafi.
and can you just, all right. And I want to know how old are you and where are you from and which major are you studying in IAUM? Can you just go
Uh,
to a short introduce yourself?
I am actually from Afghanistan, 26 years old. I am doing my master in computer science. Actually, I have done my degree in UI
All
as
right.
well. So I continue my master in MIT, Master of Information Technology. And this is my last semester. Inshallah, I'm going to finish by the end of this month, maybe, inshallah. And I have been here in
Wow.
Malaysia. I have been here in Malaysia more than 7 years because I did my degree here as well.
Oh, it's long time for being Malaysia.
I have been here almost
And
7 years. Yeah, but when I stopped my master, like took me like more than 1.5 years. So almost like
okay.
7 years, more than years I have been in Malaysia. Yes.
Wow. So so you can speak a
Yeah.
little bit Malay, right? Okay.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
how is
Like
your
when you are living in Malaysia, we
life?
have to learn the language, right? I can speak, yeah, I can speak a little bit Bahasa Malayu, but not fluent.
It's good. And can I ask you how is your daily life in Malaysia?
Actually, my daily life, like every normal person, everyone is going fine. I'm concentrating nowadays in my research, and as we are in the quarantine nowadays, like I don't do much things. I only work on my research. Much things to do except my research and spending time with my friends. So I don't have any other particular activity during this quarantine since we are not allowed to go outside. So I will just be in my room and doing my research.
Okay. And next, if you don't mind, can I ask some questions that are there that are quite sensitive?
Sure, no problem. Since I don't mind to answer any question, and that's the reason actually I came here, even though I'm like quite busy these days, to answer any question
Yeah.
related to my problem or anything.
Okay. So
Actually,
may I
you were
know you
asking
were
about
born
the yeah
in the
yeah the actually I was my problem is like from childhood I was born disabled, but I go through this like from age 30 more than age 30 40 like age 30, yeah. I go through this problem and since like my and the disability that I have is kind of inherited genetic problem.
Can you share with me a little bit about the difficult that you meet in your life?
Okay, okay. Actually, every person have difficulties in their life. So when it comes to disabled, and when it comes to my life, when it comes to other disabled people, we usually deal with problems such as accessibility. Accessibility is the first thing that come to the person with disability in their mind, you know, because like majority of disabled they suffer from accessibility. Accessibility depends like accessibility to transport, access to buildings. In addition to that, we have also lack of access to employment opportunities. Like many disabled students are very talented. They have the skill, they have the ability to work, but unfortunately, due to the difficulties, they cannot go work outside due to the transport, due to the accessibility to buildings. Uh, they face this kind of problem, and in addition to that, like we do not have accommodation to work. So these are the main problems. Actually, myself, I have been also put through this problems, and also other disabled people as well.
Okay, so what is the most
Yeah.
difficulty that you think it is very hard for you to handle?
Actually, in my life, I've been like more than 8 years, 9 years. I've been far from my family, and then like I'm more independent. So during this 7 years, I've been like I tried. I didn't actually come across sort of difficulty that I could not solve it or could not handle it with my own capability. After graduation, maybe there are gonna be some challenge that I might face with the gonna be hard. So yeah, it's gonna be hard, but inshallah I will deal with it.
Okay, and then what do who is one that always supporting you when you feel stuck in your life?
Mm, Alhamdulillah, like Allah is always with everyone in every situation. Like with like He has given me like the power to deal with it, and then like the two priceless things that help me in every situation. Like first, my family, they are very supportive and kind. They support me in every situation, in every difficult things in my life. In addition to that, my friends are also very good supporter. Like I'm trying my best to be also a good supporter to them. At the same time, my family and friends and other people who are kind, they always help me in difficult situations, which I usually stuck in.
Yes. And what would you role to do if you're meeting the difficult thing or you get unaccepted or stress in your life?
Actually, the things usually I do when I face difficulties.
Interview. Next question. Beside that, I would like to ask her, how do you think about discrimination?
Actually, discrimination seems to be a very general topic. It's like, in a simple words, we can say like discrimination is unfair treatment of people of different groups, different race or gender. I think it's a very bad things to do. Discrimination can be very horrible things and very hurtful experience for those who go through this phenomenon. Actually, this discrimination is usually somehow like related to it's like kind of like negative attitude and stereotype and being biased lead to discrimination in societies. Yeah, hopefully it's not enough information about it.
Okay. So beside that, okay. Next is, have you ever been discriminate against before?
Actually, one thing that I want to mention, like when someone is suffering from a disability, they usually go through discrimination if it's wanted or unwanted by the other party. So as a person with disability, I have been through discrimination uh, since like my childhood, like kind of something uh, the society and the people they cannot avoid it even if they want because they don't understand our situation and sometimes unwillingly they discriminate disabled people or sometimes systematically we are being discriminated by the organization or by the society or by the government. That's the case. Every disabled people have been through this discrimination.
Okay, how you react to the discrimination?
Actually, for discrimination, uh, I usually deal with like I have to explain my situation, and then like if it's working, if they change their policy, if they change the regulation, or if they change their attitude, I think it will be fine. If it's not, I think the only solution is to go with with the law and also the government that they can stop them to discriminate or to aware them. You know, awareness is one of the important things to in order to stop being discriminated in societies. One way or another, like we have to let them know that discrimination is very bad and it's a horrible thing to do. And I think negative attitude sometimes also lead to discrimination, which can be easily fixed by awareness and letting the people know that disabled should not be discriminated and they should have full right as a normal people.
Okay, then let's my partner Mohammed will going to continue our interview.
Yeah,
Hi,
sure.
Mohammed.
Can you hear
Mohammed.
me, everyone?
Yes, we can hear you, Muhammad.
Yes.
All right, thank you so
Continue.
much. Sorry, because the internet slowly.
It's
So,
fine, no problem. I think.
yeah. Assalamualaikum, Safi. Exactly, I
Alaikum
want to,
salam.
yes. If like you said to my partners, you have been the discrimination again before, right? So I want to ask you, how do you feel during
Yes.
that time? How do you react? How do you feel during that time? And how do
Uh,
you react
actually,
to
actually,
discrimination?
it feel very horrible and it was a very hurtful experience actually to go through discrimination. And since and when you know that you are being discriminated because of your disability, it's very hurtful. Especially like when you are applying, it's happened for me when I understand when I got to know that I was very good candidate for interview, but since there was not transportation, this other facilities and the organization were not ready for me to provide me transportation or accommodation, a good accommodation for a disabled to stop no one go to work, discrimination in work, or other providing facility service or in education. All of these are actually very in many situations that people go through discrimination, especially disabled people.
Yes, thank you, your answer. So, what kind of the discriminations that you have
You're welcome.
been uh, observed before?
Actually, I observe
You can have interview.
many discrimination.
Muhammad,
Actually, for
we interview them.
discrimination, I want to talk about this disabled people, how they are the things that I observed during discrimination, like it's like some of the discrimination at works, like many students, many disabled, they face discrimination at work, like when it comes to providing facility and services for them, or this is kind of necessity thing for disabled students to work in an organization with a good accommodation and also with good facility and services. If they cannot provide these services, kind of like they will left behind other people. And in addition to that, in education, education is like a key thing for disabled to improve and to uh, advance his knowledge, to improve his knowledge and skills. But unfortunately, there are some universities that they are kind of discriminate against. They are doing discrimination against people with disabilities because they cannot provide accommodation and the facilities, so they will be left behind. They cannot continue their education. These are the things that I observe, but maybe there are other uh, discrimination toward disabled people that I don't know for now time being.
Yeah, thank you for your answers. So
Welcome.
I clear about this one. So I know, do you know the people why the people discrimination? That's disabled.
Actually, I last time I also pointed out that negative attitude and being biased against and stereotypes. Stereotypes usually happen to disabled people. Like when they think like person is disabled, they think you as if you are less capable than other people. So it will kind of put you in a discrimination. Uh, in addition to like there are two kind of actually discrimination. Discrimination, direct discrimination, which is usually happening because of disabled are treated differently in some circumstances. For example, like not allowing a disabled person to work inside, to eat inside a restaurant with severe disability. So this kind of direct discrimination. But some indirect discrimination are happening from the government and the rule and policy that been implemented by them. For example, they don't consider disabled people and they come up with a rule or the regulation. So this is kind of indirect discrimination that usually happens. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Johnny. So nice. So may I want to ask you, do you think people with the receive or more empathy or compassion from the other?
Actually, like empathy and compassion is very fundamental things in a society. It's very important for every human being, not only disabled. But when we are looking at the vulnerability of disabled people, they need more because the society need to realize what they are going through. The people need to realize. The government need to realize because if you don't understand disabled people, how you gonna solve their problem or how you gonna treat them? So it's very important things, and we need to deeply understand people and to know their experience and to see what they are going through.
So nice. Uh, so I want to ask you, what benefits do you think you will get from the people, compassion or empathy?
Actually, like as I said, there is no, uh, we don't need empathy or passion or compassion to get a specific benefit. Actually, we needed to understand us, understand people with disability as being in their own shoe, being on the people shoes. I mean, like disabled people is very fundamental, very important because it will help us to transfer our idea or to know that people really understand us. They need to understand first, like how to how we are going through. how we dealing in our, how was our daily life, and how are we are going through, like very important things that are being compassion also, in these days nowadays.
Oh, great. Thank you so much for your answer. Um, I see there are many type of the discriminations against the people with the disabilities. Do you have any
Mm,
strategy ways to raise the awareness of the right so source
the type of
in order
mm,
to go?
you were asking about discrimination.
Yes. I ask, do you know the ways or the strategies to make again the people they discrimination with the disability, like the plan? Do you advise them?
Mm, actually, uh, this is like the discrimination is a bad thing, it's a negative attitude. Uh, we shouldn't do discrimination, not only with disabled people, but with the other races, with the other people as well, because as it's kind of like stereotypes. You are thinking you are higher than this person. It's like you put them in a very difficult situation. That's unhealthy things to do, and we should stop these things in society because it will lead to many difficulties. You don't know, like when you discriminate someone with disability or other person, they will face many problems. They will get depressed and will lead to even some serious problem in the future. So it's better to be aware about people and their feelings. We should not stop. We should not discriminate disabled people and other people in society.
Thank you for your answers. So I want to ask you one more question. Do you think the government needs to assist them to seek the for job in order to help them can find the monies for their daily life, or how do you think the government can help this for help them to?
Actually, like
Yeah.
government are very responsible toward disabled people in society. They need to come up with the quota for disabled people, even though like because these people are very vulnerable and they need to be taken care of by the government. Uh, they need to provide them work. It's like many disabled people, they have skill, they have capability and the ability to work in every organization. But unfortunately, due to the limit accessibility, they cannot do work. They cannot go to the organization to benefit people. So the government need to be need to help in terms of welfare and also the awareness, um, coming up with the rule and regulation in order to um, help organization to employ people with disability.
Okay. So I got it. So what
Got it.
are the government responsibility to personnel with uh, disability?
Uh, as I said before, government are responsible when it comes to the welfare of people with disability. They need to be take care. They need to they need health insurance. They need some welfares that compared to other people, they are more needed. In addition to that, education opportunities, like the government needs to provide disabled people education opportunities. They need to send them to scholarship, as I was one of the person who got the scholarship, and now like I totally changed my life when I got the scholarship. Now I got my degree, and inshallah I will finish my master as well. So it's very important for government to work on education sectors, provide education opportunities for disabled people. And in addition to that, like we need some kind of like role and regulation coming from government, because like many organizations, they, they sign the paper but they don't implement the rule and regulation. For example, they don't hire people with disability, and then like they don't use this right and regulation to uh, hire people with disability. So actually, these three things: welfare and education, and in addition to the rule and regulation, are the things that government need to consider
Mm.
when it comes to disabled people.
Yeah, I also think sure. So one more questions, or in your opinions, what a problem do the people with disabilities face to society?
Mm, Society is kind of like in there are many people, many problems that disabled people with disability face in society. The first thing I want to mention is about lack of awareness. Unfortunately, there are no proper outline from government or society or the people that they understand people with disability. There is no awareness. They don't know what disabled are going through. As I said before, empathy and compassion is important, but uh, they have to be educated. They have to be aware. You know, we should let them know that disabled people, they can do many things. They can be very beneficial for the society. In addition to that, like the other problems that people face is accessibility. As I said before, like accessibility is a very huge problem for disabled people in society. Like the organization need to be aware, like when it comes to transportation, when it comes to buildings, we need accessible buildings. So this is kind of problem in society. Like nowadays, like disabled people, they want to go to work, but they don't find accessible transportation or accessible building in order to continue their job. And in addition to that, access in healthcare is also important. Like nowadays, people, they are having problems and they cannot buy wheelchair, and they cannot go through with the problems that they have. They need some medicine, they need some attention from government and from the people in the society. So these are the things that the society and the people need to consider in terms of awareness, accessibility, and healthcare of disabled people.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. So that's on the question from us. And then before we keep our interview, so I would like to ask the audience, someone have the questions to ask him or not? Assalamualaikum audience.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam. So Salam Azir Hamid. Do you have any questions to ask Safi?
Bring
I
on the
asked that.
question.
Have you experienced any
Okay.
like situation since you are disability? Like, have you feel any discrimination from people around you? Sorry for the question.
Uh,
Can you hear me?
it's okay, no problem. Yeah, I can hear you. I got your question. Actually, from the people near to me, like it's like sometimes they don't realize it's kind of discriminated. They are being discriminated against, toward me. They do it unintentionally because of the lack of awareness, because of the things that they are doing. Is they don't understand. For example, like some people, they are uh, kind of like uh, this. They are harassing you. I mean, like they don't understand your disability, and then they are questioning about your disability, like in a bully way. So this kind of things are like very important because sometimes the people will feel discriminated, especially disabled people, when it comes to their disability. And when they joke about this kind of stuff, it's kind of very discriminatory. Thank you, brother, this for the question. It's really very important things. Like sometimes we need to consider when we are making joke about things or about the people uh, status or being disabled or these things are very important and very we have to be very careful when we are joking around.
Thank you, Brother Shafi, for your sharing.
You are welcome, brother Aziz. Nice to
Thank
have
you
you
for
here.
that. Yeah. Thank you, both of you. So, someone else, do you want to ask him? Shafiza, I want to ask you, what do you want to do in the future?
In the future, actually, I have I'm trying my in the future. It's like it's very general thing. Like everyone want to get a good position. Uh, I was saying like in the future, inshallah, I'm first I want to try to finish my master. I have I have one semester
Yeah.
left, so inshallah I will go back to my country and help those with the same disability with the problems that they are going through in life. Inshallah, I will try to be a voice to the voiceless people of in Afghanistan. I want to help them in terms of improving their skills. Since I'm from ICT in computer science, I want to be uh, I want to help them and improving their skills in terms of the welfare. These things. Hopefully, I can be someone beneficial in our society, especially for the people with disability.
Okay, thank you for your answers. So, you're playing very nice.
You are welcome, Muhammad.
Yeah. So,
Thank you so much.
yes. Someone else want to ask him?
Okay, sure. Anyone else want to
Excuse
ask
me,
question?
I
Please,
have a question.
don't hesitate to ask. Okay,
Yeah, I would
you're
like to
welcome to ask
ask.
your question.
Thank you, brother. I would like to ask your one question. Also, like want to make my experience as well, as I know you are studying master, right? Mashallah, is like long
Yes,
journeys
yes,
in
I'm doing
UAE, and with
exactly.
your
Yes,
situation as
thank
well,
you.
I feel like I admire you is very much, like as a student, like we have sometimes like feel depressed and just want to give up. That's why like I feel you are really strong. Well, I have a question like during
Thank
your
you so much.
studying,
Thank
right?
you.
During your
Yeah.
study, do you feel like want to give up with something else like study, and with your situation like this you feel like just want to give up and don't want to continue your study anymore? So once you have that thinking, who or what make you feel like it push your energy, make you stronger, and then like you can continue until now? Who or what is make you feel like strong
Mm,
like this? Is my question.
Actually, every person going through tough and difficult situation, and what make them stand on their situation, on their goals, are important things like their family, the future that they want to see themselves, or things that really they push themselves to work hard day and night to get to that place or get to that position. Actually, I want to find out that my family is one of the things that always I see them in front of my eyes, even though I'm far from them. I want to be someone who can uh, be a good person who can inspire my family and other people with disability, and as well as the other normal people, to be something that they think that if I can do it, why they don't can, why they can't do it. So like my families are someone that really I see them like in future I want to go and be a helpful person in my family, in my society. Actually, like I'm coming from Afghanistan, and majority of the people like are illiterate, and in addition to that, like people with disability are majority of them are illiterate, not because they don't want, but because they are not being given this opportunity to study. So I want to mm, when I'm in this privilege, I want to use it in a best way, and I don't want to give up even if it's not easy to spend one day without far from your family or your relatives in a different country and different place. But things are getting easy when you're concentrating on your goals and your ambitions. I think hopefully I answer your question.
Yeah. You give me like it's full of the answering and experience as well. Thank you so much because like
Thank you
as a
so much. Thank
student,
you.
yeah,
Thank you
we
for the
have like
question.
this. Yeah, we have this stress and so on. But sometimes we just want to give up. But like from you, I could see like your image and your
One thing I want to say, like,
yeah
never,
energy as well.
studying in UA is not easy because I have done my undergraduate.
Right,
Yeah.
true. Yeah, it's true. It's you like it's yeah,
Mm.
thank you so much for your answer. Like I learned a lot is from you. Thank you so much. And wish you like
You are
on the
welcome. You
best
are
in your
welcome.
future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you,
Same
sister.
goes to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone, to enjoy
Brother
our
Muhammad,
yes.
brother, brother Muhammad, one thing before we finish this interview, I wanted to say like, uh, actually being a student um, is not easy, especially like undergraduate and postgraduate. You
Yeah,
have to sacrifice a lot of things, and you have to work hard to get to the place that you want in the future. And these things are always the ambition, the goals that you have will be always depend on the things that you do today at present. So students, including me, we shouldn't give up, simple things like we should continue working hard day and night because we Muslim, we need to be, we are like rahmatul, we are the person that we need to be, we need to work hard. Like Muslims are the people that they shouldn't give up. Actually, this is like one of my things. Like we Muslim, we pray hard and then we tawakkal to Allah. So whatever comes from Allah, we will accept it, and inshallah. Along with this, we need to work hard as well because if we don't change our situation, Allah will not change it for us. So we have to work hard, then Allah will help us as well. And one more thing, thank you for the program, such a fantastic interview. Actually, I was thinking maybe it's kind of program that I can speak but it's still good. At least it will benefit people. Even if it's one person, it's much better work, much beneficial in the society. Thank you for the interview.
Okay, thank you so much for your enjoy our interviews. So I also thank you for audience to enjoy our interview.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. So see you all of you around the UAS or outside UAS. And then I hope all of you can stay safety and healthy in the future and now. So thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alaikum salam. May Allah protect all of us
Thank
from
you,
COVID
bro.
19. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you, sister, coordinator of the program. May Allah bless you all.
For you.
Thank you, brother Aziz, everyone, the rest of the participants.